A mother and her son were driving down the highway, when suddenly an unknown object shattered the windshield, just as the two were wondering what had happened. A falling fighter jet came hurtling toward them. Fortunately, they were lucky. The jet skimmed just over the top of their car, and crashed instantly into the stream ahead. Curious, the little boy immediately ran toward the crashed jet. The mother tried to stop him, but the boy was running too fast. She had no choice but to run after him and call the police. Just as the mother was reporting the situation to the police, the little boy noticed someone in the cockpit. Seeing that the plane was about to explode, the mother told her son to stay put, then risked her life to run to the cockpit alone, and successfully rescued the pilot inside. Lieutenant Cole. Cole had just escaped the cockpit when he was stunned by the scene before him. Cole told them he was Lieutenant Cole, and was currently fighting against Japan in Burma. He asked the mother and son which country they were from. When the mother told Cole they were Americans, Cole was puzzled as to how they had ended up in Burma. The little boy quickly protested that this wasn't Burma, it was Ohio. However, Cole didn't believe him at all. This was clearly Rangoon. A fierce dogfight had just taken place, and both he and his fighter plane had been hit by the enemy. Cole looked around in confusion, but froze when he saw the sign on the water tower, and Dayton was, in fact, Cole's hometown. They then cooperated with the police to record their statements. Through their conversation, it was revealed that the woman was actually the little boy's stepmother, while Cole had been locked up in a hospital as a mental patient. The kind-hearted little boy pretended to be thirsty and went to buy water, but secretly slipped into the pilot's hospital room. He sincerely asked the pilot about Cole's background, and even told him about the police's plan to secretly detain him. Upon hearing this, the pilot was both furious and agitated. He grabbed the boy by the collar, which frightened the boy. To apologize, Cole gave the boy a piece of chocolate, and said that before every mission, his wife would give him chocolate as a good luck charm. Just as they were becoming friends, the police arrived to take Pilot Cole away. Seeing this, Cole quickly blocked the door, and frantically told the boy that Sheriff Simon was his close friend, who could verify his identity. After saying this, Pilot Cole let go of the door, and was injected with a sedative by a doctor. He could only pin his hopes on the boy. On the way home, the boy repeatedly begged his stepmother to go find Sheriff Simon, whom the pilot had mentioned. But how could his stepmother possibly believe such nonsense? The boy produced the discontinued chocolate bar, and she immediately turned the car around and headed for the police station. Before long, mother and son arrived at the station, but the officer on duty told them there was no Sheriff Simon on the force. Just as the stepmother was talking to the officer, the little boy spotted a display case containing a photograph from the last century. In it was a soldier who looked exactly like the pilot, Cole. So the boy deliberately distracted the officer and quietly slipped the photo into his pocket. As soon as they stepped out of the station, the boy handed the black and white photo to his stepmother. She was stunned the moment she saw it. There, in the photo, was none other than Pilot Cole. Could it be that Cole had really traveled through time from World War II? Meanwhile, a mysterious organization received word. They rushed to the scene immediately to investigate, cordoned off a 10-mile radius, and evacuated the residents within the area. The commander then took out a scanner, attempting to search for clues within the rift in the sky, but the female agents said they had already conducted research. The answer lay not in the rift, but in the pilot himself. However, just as the female agent arrived at the hospital, Pilot Cole woke up from anesthesia, and spotted the female agent and her team through the window. Cole concluded they were after him. Determined to return home to see his beloved wife, he secretly changed his clothes and slipped out of the hospital. He then tried to steal a car, but cars were no longer what they used to be in the last century. The moment he touched it, a shrill alarm sounded. The noise immediately alerted the agents upstairs. The female agent called her team to rush to the parking lot. Just as the situation grew critical, an old-fashioned motorcycle pulled up. Just as the female agent arrived at the parking lot, Cole snatched the motorcycle and sped off. At the intersection, Cole encountered the mother and son once again. The boy was thrilled to see Pilot Cole again. Believing it was a divine connection, they had to help Pilot Cole get home. Then, with the help of the mother and son, Pilot Cole, relying on his memory, finally found his way home. He excitedly called out his wife's name, but the woman was not his wife. The nanny asked Pilot Cole what business he had with the old lady. When Cole said he was her husband, the nanny laughed. Suddenly, Cole's gaze fell on the wall, which was covered with photos of his wife. In the photos, his wife was smiling happily, yet Pilot Cole began to cry, because the man in the photos wasn't him. Cole accepted the reality and left, feeling dejected. The stepmother was also puzzled by the time travel incident. She picked up her phone to look it up and discovered it was true. A Lieutenant Cole had indeed existed in history. The media had even reported on his heroic deeds. He had been on a mission in Yangon, Burma, when his plane was hit by enemy fire, resulting in his death.